Hello, everyone, and welcome back. We're on our 50th video for this playlist, I do believe, if I'm not mistaken. And as such, we're going to do something a little special today. We are going to look at a few clips that have been saved in my liked playlist on YouTube for a long time. And I always knew I was going to do something with them, but I've just not gotten around to watching them yet, for the channel. It's time. A lot of these are news clips from the early 90s. Some of them are, we're going to watch one thing that's just somebody being goofy, but we're going to watch the teaser trailer for Jurassic Park. Then we're going to watch some news articles and discuss some stuff. It'll be a fun little walk down memory lane. It's not exactly, something super major. It's not the 100th video or anything like that, or a subscriber special, but 50 videos of doing this, so I figured, we'll do a little something. All right, let's go. Quality's not going to be perfect on this because it's super old, but stick with it. The amber. As far as teaser trailers go, this one's really good.
The first discovery was made in the spring of 1990. From a mine in South America came a piece of amber containing the fossilized remains of a prehistoric mosquito, one of many that had fed upon the blood of dinosaurs. From the DNA in that blood, science was able to recreate those giants, and for the first time, man and dinosaur shared the earth. It happened at a place called Jurassic Park. This summer, director Steven Spielberg will take you there.
Summer of 1993. All right, there was a little bit of inaccuracies there. It was not in 1990 when they discovered the first mosquito in amber. I think Hammond had been working on this since deep in the 80s, early 80s, mid 80s, something like that. Of course, it's going to vary between the novel and the film. You get it. You get how this works. I believe the novel was released in 1990, so that may be their little throwback. It's definitely not canon. The canon definitely goes way further back than 1990 as far as the Jurassic Park films are concerned. But it's 93, and we're all still young and impressionable and haven't been destroyed by the world yet. Definitely aren't living in the nightmare we're living in now. So times were good. Blockbusters were good. We were about to change history forever with this one.
Across North America on movie screens, dinosaurs are coming back to life today in the new movie Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park. That is the most New York accent I've ever heard. Okay, well, the hair and the shoulder suit and the teeth and the eyebrows. I don't like to make fun of other people's appearance, but she kind of looks like a Dilophosaurus or a T-Rex herself.
The eagerly awaited film was greeted by long lines at special sneak previews Thursday night. Some experts are predicting the Universal Studios picture could generate as much as $50 million in box office business this weekend. And Sid Sheinberg, president of Universal's parent company, MCA, tells the Associated Press he thinks Jurassic will be the biggest picture of all time. Amid widespread criticism that the PG-13 film is too violent for young children, most viewers
Early 90s pearl clutching. Oh, if you had only known. You had only known what was coming. The 90s were about to get way harder and way more out of control. South Park was on its way. You had parents pearl clutching over something as simple as Bart Simpson saying damn in hell. You had people upset about Beavis and Butthead, Ren and Stimpy. Here we are watching this video in 2026, and that bar is not only dead and buried in the ground, it's in the earth's deep, deep, deep core at this point. A child watching a PG-13 movie like Jurassic Park, child's play compared to today. It's always funny to go back and look at things that people were upset by back in the day. Also, this looks to be a digital scan of a VHS copy. You get that with the lines you see there, that artifacting lines, I believe is what happens. Now, I know there's a lot of hubbub these days about AI and whether it's ethical to use it because of everything going on, but I'm kind of hoping that one day we can use it to kind of clean up footage like this that was recorded blurry. That's really my only setback from the 90s is looking at blurry footage that we don't have in HD.
had nothing but rave reviews.
It was fantastic. It was so scary.
It really was the most exciting film I've ever seen.
I think if not for the laugh lines in it, people would have had heart attacks.
But they were able to get such a visceral, immediate response. I mean, it didn't say this is an effect. It was like, bam.
Well, I'm still shaking from it. It's scary.
The thrills never stopped. It was amazing.
It was really good. It was a little scary sometimes. Sometimes it was funny.
It didn't seem to bother them. They just pretty much closed their eyes and said, wake me when it's over.
It's the best picture I've seen in about the last 10 years.
Best picture I've seen in about the last 10 years. Yeah, I think kids today would be laughing at all of that. Kids from the early 90s being so afraid of it. No. Kids these days have seen much worse by the time they're 5 years old, thanks to the internet. We were so desensitized back in the day.
Well, in case you've missed it, there's another big event this weekend aside from the Tory Leadership Convention. Today is opening day for Jurassic Park, Steven Spielberg's prehistoric mega movie. 65 million years in the making, Jurassic Park will show you dinosaurs as you've never seen them before. But as Primetime's David Gilmour tells us, some children may not like what they see.
Today is the opening day of Steven Spielberg's film Jurassic Park. The adaptation of Michael Crichton's pulp novel about dinosaurs run amok in a modern-day theme park has got a lot of people all whipped up. Audiences smell a box office smash.
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
Dinosaurs induce an odd frisson. Perhaps it's because we study them when we're little, when our imaginations are transportingly vivid. Yet dinosaurs, for many anyway, aren't really scary. They seem too big, too clumsy, or at least they did until today.
You feel that?
It's also interesting to go back and look at how our perception of dinosaurs has changed over time, like Jurassic Park aside. Just what we thought of dinosaurs in the early 20th century versus early 21st century. We've come a long way. Designs have come a long way. Paleontology has come a long way. Just everything has come so far from what it was. People used to depict dinosaurs as these crawling on all fours, lumbering lizard creatures that were like belly to the ground and tail dragging, and then here comes Jurassic Park, and it's like, no, you have a T-Rex that's horizontal and running after the Jeep. So it was, yeah, Jurassic Park is special, and not only, to me, obviously, but it serves as a very, very important pinpoint moment in film history and dinosaur history, but film history because it's something that had never been done before and is something we haven't really seen since. Today, we take CGI and stuff so for granted. Even Jurassic Park fans, we kind of take for granted that they're going to build at least one or two animatronics for each new theatrical film that's released. And when Dominion came and went, of course, that was during the pandemic. We kind of really underappreciated the Giganotosaurus animatronic, I believe, because it might have been, if I'm not mistaken, the largest animatronic they've ever made. Don't quote me on that, but it feels like I heard that somewhere. And again, like I said, this is early 90s. So this was new. I did also want to point out earlier, now I have to say this. There's obviously some nepotism going on here, because when Jurassic Park was such an amazing, explosive, popular event in the early 90s, everybody started making dinosaur everything, dinosaur cartoons for TV, dinosaur merchandise everywhere. And then tons of dinosaur movies started coming out left and right. But the big problem was you didn't have that studio backing. You didn't have millions of dollars of studio money to advertise your movie, to put a name like Spielberg in front of it, to use names like Jeff Goldblum and I just keep wanting to say Alan Grant, Sam Neill, and even Laura Dern. These were known actors at the time who had been in other things, I didn't really know them. I was too young to know any different. I don't know if In the Mouth of Madness had been released yet. I know The Fly had been released, and I feel bad, but I can't think of any Laura Dern films from pre-Jurassic Park. She may not have been as well known as the others, but you got Richard Attenborough coming back out of retirement just for this picture. So it was, there was a lot of stuff before the movie even got released that kind of guaranteed its success. You had the right names, you had a big studio, you had tons of advertising, you had the hype, which a lot of smaller budget movies didn't have. So yeah, there's some favoritism going on there. It's like when you go to the store and you're like, do I want to buy name brand or do I want to buy Walmart's brand, Great Value? You know what I mean? And then you go to the dollar store and you get these weird brands you've never heard of in a million years. So the old get what you pay for thing kind of is true here with this, but we're going to overlook it because we're fanboys.
Turn the light off. Turn the light off.
Turn the light off! It was scary.
I see you.
I was scared.
9-year-old Jacob Lipsy saw a preview of the movie. It wasn't what he expected.
I was expecting a little child's movie. I mean, the little dinosaur kind that goes stomping across the screen and squishing people with yelling in the background. But this movie was not like that. It was a horror film. A total horror film.
No.
Cineplex Odeon Vice President Howard Lichtman.
Why are they so hung? See, and that's what I'm talking about. Every clip we watch today and everything we're watching, they're talking about scary, 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 horror, horror, horror. Jurassic Park was more of a technological thriller, maybe mixed with a little bit of sci-fi. It wasn't a horror movie. Calm down. And he's 9 years old. He don't know what the hell he's talking about.
Points out that the film rating is not marked family.
It's parental guidance, frightening scenes, which means you're not going to see blood and you're not going to see sex.
But you are going to see an avalanche of toys and trinkets and games, all sorts of goodies to buy now and cart to the basement later. And just imagine.
And cart to the basement later. Is that what you do with your kids' toys? You buy them, they play with them a week, and then you stick them in the basement? You're a terrible parent. I would give anything to have a time machine and go back and buy all of this merchandise. Like my parents bought some of this stuff. Well, I'm being modest. They bought all the toys. It was a big deal in my life. This was a big thing in our household.
Imagine where the little ones will want to eat after the movie.
Something big is coming to McDonald's.
McDonald's says it's aimed at adults. I don't know about you, but I'm not interested in a reusable dinosaur cup.
Because I'm a Karen.
Tricia Best is a business journalist.
I think there's a huge mixed message here.
Well, that explains everything. She's a journalist. She's out here giving some sort of professional opinion that she don't actually believe in. You know, she wants that cup. I had all those cups. Those cups were great. Get this Karen out of here.
The subject is dinosaurs. That's a children's subject. They love dinosaurs.
It is not a children's subject. What are you talking about? Dinosaurs are for everybody, you Karen.
But the movie is a violent movie. It's a gory movie about...
It's not gory whatsoever. Like you just said, you know, it had to be rated. It was not rated for blood. You didn't see a lot of blood. As a matter of fact, I don't remember any blood in Jurassic Park. Yeah, they hid a lot of it. It was very tame, especially, I mean, given today's standards, it was nothing. But even back in 93, it was very tame.
About killing. And many of the products, and there are 1,000 of them that are being merchandised with this film, are aimed at young children.
It's a risky business marketing a movie and a product at the same time. Sometimes the movie can...
Oh, how times have changed. Nowadays, they make movies just to sell the products. Pokemon, anybody?
Bomb, and so does the product by association. Sometimes the product is for children, and the movie isn't. Remember the hoopla around Batman Returns. One thing seems fairly certain, and that's that Jurassic Park is going to be a box office hit. But what's not clear at all is how it's going to play with children. If it terrifies them, that's going to enrage their parents. And an angry parent is not a good consumer. For CBC News, I'm David Gilmore.
Well, as somebody who was the target demographic for this film, let me just say I lived through all of the religious bullshit and pearl clutching of the 80s and 90s. And it still pisses me off to this day. I'm in my 40s now, and it still pisses me off. It's one thing to have your sensibilities and things and try and, you know, look after your kids and make sure that they're not seeing the wrong stuff. But this is the most harmless thing that's ever harmless. I didn't know I was going to be so upset with this.
Good evening. More on those stories in a moment. First, the hottest ticket in the Bay Area, Jurassic Park, has arrived. From the looks of it, you'll be lucky to get in to see it this weekend. People are lining up all across America to catch the hot new summer movie from Steven Spielberg. You're looking at live pictures outside the Kabuki 8 theaters in San Francisco. Jurassic Park is showing on 4 screens there tonight. In Oakland, the Lions are at the Grand Lake Theater. Many of the people getting into Jurassic Park were able to because they bought tickets in advance. Waiting in the line at the box office may not do you much good this weekend. In San Jose, they lined up at the Century 10 Theater to get their Jurassic Park fix. It's on.
Just imagine you can avoid all that today by buying your tickets online through the internet. Back then, you couldn't do that kind of stuff.
3 screens there. That's where Tony Rusomano is right now. Tony, the question everyone will be asking this coming week, have you seen it yet?
Well, I haven't seen it yet, but you see that line? Those are people waiting in line to go inside in just a minute for the 10 o'clock show. And in 2 minutes and 30 seconds, I'm going to throw down this microphone and get in that line because I have my ticket and I paid cash American dollars for it, I want you to know. And in fact, dollars is the whole theme of this weekend. You know, the movie...
What's that got to do with anything?
Citizen Kane is regarded as one of the greatest movies ever made, but I don't know...
Citizen Kane was garbage. I'm sorry, that was a boring-ass film. Citizen Kane.
One person who can say how much money Citizen Kane ever made. On the other hand, a lot of people this weekend are talking about how much money Jurassic Park may make. And that, in a nutshell, is the difference between a great movie and a hit movie.
You feel that?
That is the vibration from movie fans flocking to the box office.
They're
They're flocking this way.
For weeks, the hype has been relentless.
I told you the name of the movie and the emblem and all. That's too cool for words.
That was also very brilliant marketing. Having that logo, like the poster was just black with that logo and the text at the bottom, that was brilliant because it made it more recognizable. Because we were coming hot off the heels of an era where you had those Star Wars type posters, very airbrushed looking characters all posed together, holding a gun or doing some sort of action scene. The minimalism here toted the brand recognition a long way.
The unprecedented expectations have Hollywood squirming.
Hold on to your butts.
But the wait is over.
There it is.
Jurassic Park opened tonight with predictions that it may be the biggest hit in years.
Star Wars, E.T., Close Encounters, things like that. I consider this movie to be an event.
And like any great
It
event,
was.
people are camped out to be part of it.
We got here about 11 o'clock this morning.
11 this morning for what show?
The 10:45 tomorrow morning.
Some people now seeing the movie already have tickets to see it again.
So when I get out of this one, I'm going to get in the line and just
And wait all night in line again?
Yeah.
Tim, can you tell me what they are?
All the fanatics are in line.
They are the film buffs, for whom no effort is too great.
And having a really, really good seat is paramount.
Actually, it's Universal, the company expecting to milk Jurassic Park for at least $200 million in ticket sales.
Okay, they're not milking it. It's a product that they made and they expect a return on it.
Just think of it as kind of a big cow.
A cash cow, which Universal desperately needs after a string of recent bombs.
I like cows.
But more than that, people, especially kids, like dinosaurs. Some dinosaurs, anyway.
Christine doesn't want to see Jurassic Park because they didn't give Barney a role.
And there are a lot of people who wouldn't get caught dead here opening night.
The crowds. Too much publicity.
But too much publicity is just what Universal has in mind, at least until the reviews.
That used to be me. I've spent most of my life avoiding crowds, avoiding events and big, spectacular, showy going-ons, but I kind of know now when to get in and get out of certain events and get what I want out of it.
Come in.
The
I
marketing
feel you, though.
strategy, that's what gets us out here. It's too great.
Yeah, that's nice. Gotta go.
And the reviews are sharply mixed. The Associated Press calls Jurassic.
How are they mixed? Oh, well, I answered my own question 2 seconds into that money. Some people get paid to give good reviews. Some people get paid to give bad reviews because of the competition.
Park, a sappy and meaningless little joyride. Sheesh, what a grouch. But Gannett newspaper says it's a rip-roaring hit, the most relentlessly exciting summer adventure since Raiders of the Lost Ark in 1981. So it pays your money, it takes your chances. Dave?
Speaking of paying your hard-earned American dollars, when did you have to buy that ticket to be able to get in just a moment to see the film?
Well, I moved heaven and earth to get here to buy the ticket earlier this afternoon, but as it turned out, I could have walked up to the box office a minute ago and bought a ticket to get in. 3 shows here, 9:30, 9:45, and 10. The 10 o'clock was not sold out. In fact, I think there are still seats available because this theater, along with several others, allows advance sales. So there are people now scattered through the next couple of days' worth of shows.
Think about that. Back in the day, advance sales of tickets and things and pre-ordering things was rare and a new concept. I've told this story before, but I remember this was such a pivotal event and such a key important event in my life. And I think my parents were well aware of that. So my mom actually pre-ordered the VHS tape from a local store here. And every day I would just come home from school and say, is it time? Is it here? Is it ready? Have they called? I drove her nuts.
But as far as tomorrow is concerned, still no show is sold out. But there are people buying tickets for the advance shows up to 5 days in advance.
All right. Thank you, Tony, and have a good time. Hope
Yes.
the popcorn's good.
Love to hear what it's about.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Showbiz Today. Steven
It's her
Spielberg
again.
brought dinosaurs to D.C. Wednesday as the director's new film Jurassic Park made its world premiere in the nation's capital. The cast was joined by many Washington VIPs at the screening of the movie, which is based on the Michael Crichton novel of the same name. 300 inner-city kids also attended the opening, which raised money for the Children's Defense Fund. CNN's Sherry Sylvester has
Children's Defense Fund. What are we defending them problem.
There's more on the film that is expected to be one of the summer's biggest blockbusters.
When Michael Crichton was asked what he was writing, he replied, "The most expensive movie ever made." It turns out Jurassic Park is only the third priciest film this summer, but it is expected to take the biggest bite out of the box office.
Dinosaurs and man, two species separated by 65 million years of evolution, have just been suddenly thrown back into the mix together.
I love the almost arrogance of the campaign where, you know, there's this giant poster in black and it just says June 11th, 1993, like 4 months ago. And I'm thinking, wow, they won't even say what the name of the movie is.
I didn't realize it was going to be this machinery of this whole organized campaign with lunch boxes. And before you even knew what you had, you patented it and packaged it and slapped it on a plastic lunchbox, and now you're selling it.
The story was a simple sell. Scientists, through the magic of DNA, have been able to clone dinosaurs.
I mentioned that earlier, like the marketing was brilliant. I'm so happy the marketing turned out the way it did instead of going the 80s route.
65 million years after their extinction, but it took Steven Spielberg to bring them to the big screen in a believable way.
You know, this isn't the beast from 20,000 fathoms. You know, this isn't Dinosaurus, and this isn't The Lost World. This is really a movie that I think is really happening as I'm watching it.
You said you've got a T-Rex?
How believable were they when you saw them?
We had dinosaurs on the set and they were completely realistic.
So there, you're acting with a dinosaur, and that's all there is to it. You know, like 15 guys, where one would operate the breathing, one's operating the blinking, one the tongue. It's an amazing creature.
I was scared of them, and what's more, the T-Rex, for instance, weighed about 3 tons. Now, if you're in the way of that thing and it's moving, you could be seriously hurt.
Behind the scenes, the cast had other forces of nature to fear as Hurricane Iniki tore through their sets on the island of Hawaii. The experience brought the cast closer together, particularly Laura Dern and Jeff Goldblum, who began dating after the film wrapped. But questions about their relationship.
Something I didn't know until I looked at this clip the other day. I was like, really? I didn't know that.
Relationship have been far outnumbered by questions about the dinosaurs.
What the dinosaurs are like. I mean, everybody wants to know.
Everyone is dealing with the dinomania.
Kids, and my kids, who have a whole new light of respect in their eye for Dad now that he's acted with dinosaurs.
We as actors go in and immediately you realize the star of the movie is Steven Spielberg. Then come the dinosaurs. Then come, you know, kind of us.
Can I touch it?
Sure.
So how big will the audience be? Other studios in town are so sure of monster-sized crowds for Jurassic Park that they will not open any of their pictures against it. Meanwhile,
Oh, that's a smart move. The same thing is going to happen with GTA 6 next year. Or is it this year? I can't remember.
Universal is renting 3,000 prints of the dino picture. Only Batman Returns open with more. Sherry Sylvester, CNN Entertainment News, Hollywood.
So there you go. There you have it. I've been sitting on those clips for a long time, and I was waiting for a special event. And this isn't really a special event, but it's Jurassic June. We're on our 50th video of this playlist. Why not do something a little fun? Yeah, you know, like I've said, obviously I'm a fanboy. You've seen all these videos. You've seen all the gameplay of Jurassic Park on my channel. I don't know what the future holds for the franchise. I don't know what to expect. I don't know where we're going. But I am wildly optimistic after Jurassic World Rebirth, because we were coming off the very disappointed heels of Dominion, and then Rebirth to me was really, really good. But it's very interesting to watch these clips from '93 and just remember what life was like, and how prudish everyone was, and how snooty everyone was. You know, well, I'm not taking my kids to see that. That's a violent film, and oh, all the kids are scared, and yada yada yada. It'll do them some good to be scared, crying out loud. But yeah, it's been an interesting ride with these guys for the past 30 plus years, and it has definitely enriched my life. And we have used the standard Jurassic Park models for dinosaurs in media now for over 30 years, and I think we're starting to see a lot of other projects, now that streaming has taken off and CGI is relatively cheap and easy to use and so widely used. You have the whole Walking with Dinosaurs series, and you're going to start seeing a lot more stuff come out where the dinosaurs look vastly different from Jurassic Park. I mean, hell, even inside its own canon, the animals are starting to look vastly different from what they've looked like in the past. Spinosaurus, of course, that's an ongoing joke IRL anyway. The Quetzalcoatlus looks vastly different than it did in Dominion. You're going to start noticing the T-Rex even look different in Rebirth from past models. So the raptors look different. And now we're getting into more mutants and more, hybrids and things like that. So you never know what it's going to look like from one day to another. I actually just bought the other Jurassic World Rebirth T-Rex. I wanted it for a year because I bought the smaller figure back in the day, and I thought, no, this won't do, because in the canon, the T-Rex Ember, as fans call him, is the biggest T-Rex in the franchise, and he's the littlest figure on the shelf, just about. So I went in to buy that one, which originally when it came out was $60, and now it's on the shelf for $44, I think. When I got to the register, it was 20 bucks. It was on clearance. So I went to the parking lot after I bought it and took goofy pictures and immediately put them on Instagram. But yeah, 50 videos in this playlist. I've had fun doing it. We're still right in the middle of the Muldoon tapes series that we're watching. So be sure to check those videos out, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Hope you guys have a fantastic Jurassic June. Get out there and see some good old-fashioned popcorn blockbuster movies, because they are about to go extinct.